Nadine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you very much. So it would be interesting to know what do you do at the moment? Do you specialize in anything, or what sort of clients you help?
I've taken several different clients, but what I seem to really have a lot of is the anxiety and PTSD. And that's what I feel I'm specialising in now, because there are so many people that are struggling, even with COVID. People going back to work again, some working from home, struggling with all the aspects of it and what we're all having to do and the techniques of keeping yourself safe and everything. And I've had a lot of people that are actually saying, I don't want to go back, I'm scared, I'm frightened. And so we work on that. And the thing is that with cognitive hypnotherapy, it works so well for everybody. There isn't one person really that couldn't benefit from it. And so it's just something that I thoroughly enjoy. But I will actually look at all aspects of what people are struggling with, and then use all the techniques that I have learned with Quest to actually make a difference to them, to change their way of thinking.
Wonderful. So what's your story? What's your Questy story? How did you find out about Quest, and what kind of gave you the boost to study at Quest?
Right. Well, that's a story. I've been a carer for 47 years, and I was told, because I had a history of a bad back, I had to have an operation on my right shoulder, because when you went like that, it clunked. And then I had the same problem with my left shoulder. And when I saw the consultant, he asked what job I did, and I told him he was a carer. He said, "Oh, no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be doing that full time." He said, "especially at your age." At that point, I wanted to punch him. I didn't, I hasten to add. But it made me think, because obviously I didn't want to have all these problems. But my biggest issue was that I had a massive fear of exams. That exam fear overtook me. I had like amnesia. People asked me my name, I couldn't tell them. And I actually asked somebody when I was on a first aid course, "What's my name? They want to know what my name is. What is it?" And they had to tell me what my name was. I used to have all the classic shock symptoms. And then one day, somebody put a business card in at the home that I was working in. And one of the things it said was, "He deals with exam nerves." And the receptionist that was on, she said, "You're going to that," she says, "and if you don't phone him, I will, on your behalf." So I did phone him and went to see him, and it made such a difference. And bearing in mind, this was the person, when he asked me to do a little test, I stood up to go out, because I said, "No, I think I've come to the wrong place." At the end of my sessions, I had 3 sessions, and at the end of it, he asked me to do a little test. I said, "Yeah, bring it on." But then I shocked him, because he was chatty, but I said to him on the 3rd session, my last session, I said, "I've made a decision." And he said, "What?" Because I'd asked him loads of questions about hypnotherapy and everything. And he told me that he'd actually trained at the Quest Institute at Regent's University in London. And he said, "It's the hardest thing you would ever do. It's like a 2-year course crammed into 10 months. And I told him I was going to train, and I actually put my name up for it. And I've never seen him so quiet. His face, literally, his mouth just dropped open. He said, "Oh my God." And so that was the start of my journey. I did experience every single emotion you could think of, but it wasn't through the nerves. It was in some ways fear, but the difference is that it was normal fear. It wasn't heightened like it had been. I wasn't having all the classic shock symptoms. I got nervous, yes, but that's normal. And this is what we do, is we make it normal. So what happened was I did that in 2017, I think it is, and qualified in 2018. But I then went on to do my master practitioner level, and I qualified for that in November 2018. And I can honestly say to anyone that that is the best thing that I have ever done. It has changed my whole life. I mean, I've laughed, I've cried, I have actually come up against so many people that's so lovely. It's like being with the Quest Institute, we have the Questy Clubhouse. And you know what? It's like a family. If you've got any issues, anything you want to talk about, you just put it on the Clubhouse and you get answers all the time. It's fantastic. There is so much support. So best thing I've ever done. My life is changing all the time. I've had therapy again, and it has made a difference again. So I'm really enjoying my life, and I just want to, I'm very passionate about it, and I just want to let people see that you can make a difference in life. You do not have to struggle all the time, because there are ways of doing things that will make your life easier. We have so many tools in our toolbox that just makes that difference. One of the ones I love the best is aversion therapy. Oh, it's so good. It's fascinating. I had aversion therapy because I didn't want to eat chocolate anymore. And now if I eat it, I am physically sick. So it works, everyone. It really works. Go for it.
Oh, I love it. I love your passion around that. So, you know, with your clients, you said that you seen a lot of clients who struggle with anxiety and PTSD. If there is anyone who's watching this now who may be struggling, what could be the one thing that you could teach them right now that would help them with their struggles?
I think you need to talk about it. You need to open up and say how you're really feeling. And because with cognitive hypnotherapy, that therapist has been so well trained, and they're there for you to actually, they want to listen and be heard, right? So the client needs to be able to know that they're going to be listened to. And we listen and we hear. And there is always something that we can do to help each and every person to make a difference in their lives. And one of the main tips I would say is just do a little bit of something every day to make that difference. Feel that fear and just do it anyway. But have somebody on side that is going to be able to help you with that. And as a cognitive hypnotherapist, we actually deal with the issue that they come to us with, not the label that they attach themselves, like my anxiety, my PTSD. Because when you're actually saying it, you're claiming it as yours. Does that mean you don't want to lose it? Are you going to drop that label? And as a therapist, this is what we do. We help you to drop that label, to think differently about it, to make a difference in your life. And that's the most important thing of all.
Thank you so much for that.
It's a pleasure.